How is everyone doing? And welcome to the Stat Room. Ladies and gentlemen, I am VonnTheStatman. You can follow me on Twitter at VonnTheStatman. And guys, check out my website, VonnTheStatman.com. Now, you might want to go on my website a few times a week because I might be giving out a few hidden gems that can help you to win your DFS contest each week and also help you dominate your fantasy leagues. So y'all ready?
Welcome back, everyone, and thanks for following me on this DFS journey, and Happy New Year's to everyone. Hope everyone was in the home, because I know I was home. Hope everybody else was home, and I hope some of you guys got a chance to watch that amazing Ohio State game versus Georgia. If Ohio State's wide receiver didn't get injured, Harrison, I believe it would have been a different outcome. All right, guys, so let's get right into it, guys. We got a pretty big slate on tap today, guys, so we're going to start the new year off with a 10-game slate. And as always, guys, you just pick 3 games you like, pick your players from those games, and roll with the punches. Yeah, I didn't have a 5STUDS results in this video because my last video, I actually did a full lineup. So I'll only do a 5STUDS when the video is just a 5STUDS. So in my next video, you'll see the 5STUDS results. All right, guys, so when I look at this video today, guys, there's a lot of games on here that I believe will be close. A lot of these teams should be well rested. These are young players in the NBA. They probably had the time of their life for New Year's. Some of these guys probably was in New York. Some of them might have went overseas. I mean, these guys got millions of dollars, so they probably had fun. But they should be well rested. So let's start this video off with the point guard position. Doncic is my favorite play on the entire slate. Against Houston, Doncic will get you between 75 and 100 fantasy points. So absolutely love Doncic in this matchup. Harden got a game off and going up against McCollum. I see Harden coming back with a 48 to 52 point performance. Young on the road at Golden State going across the country. At 10-2, I wouldn't play Young. I believe Harden's a better play, or if you're going to spend up, you might as well get Doncic. Halliburton against Toronto, like Halliburton, but I see a 45-point performance. So same thing. If you're going to go Halliburton, just spend up and get Doncic. Or just go get Ball. I like Ball over Halliburton. Against the Lakers, I can see Ball getting about 55 fantasy points. Curry is out. Lillard against Detroit. I can see Lillard getting about 45 fantasy points. McCollum, I see him about 37 fantasy points. Murray, now that his running mate is back, I see 37 out of him. Van Vliet's a game time decision. Check back and see if he's going to play. Same with Garland. Murray is out. So then you have Poole. Now, Poole against Atlanta at 8-1. Don't like Poole. I believe he gets you 35 fantasy points. Porter, I say the same thing in that 35-point range. Westbrook, I would say in that 32 to 38-point range. Maxey first game back, so I would say a minutes restriction. So, 20 to 22 minutes. So, I would say maybe 20 to 21 fantasy points. Russell, 7-1. Love Russell at 7-1. I just love him at that price point. I believe he gets you 35 or better. Rozier has had about 4 or 5 stinker games against the Lakers. I can see Rozier going for about 35, but at 6'9", I don't understand why his price tag is so high. Fanduel has been overpricing a lot of these players, guys. If you look at his last 4 games, he had 25, 22, 27, and 18. And he had 142-point performance. But before that, 7, 23. So personally, I believe he should be more of a 6'1 to 6'2 player. But against the Lakers, I guess they're projecting that he's going to give you 35 to 40 fantasy points. Absolutely love Green. I think Green can smash his price tag in this one. I believe Green can get 40. So if I was going to choose, I would take Green over Rozier. You have Simmons, 6'4". You can't go wrong with Simmons against San Antonio. He should get you at least 72. Milton, don't like Milton that Maxey is back. Milton might not even get more than 15, 20 minutes. Lowry at the Clippers, don't like Lowry. Simons is just not getting the shot attempts because Lillard just shoots the ball all the time. You got Jones, don't like Jones. Dinwiddie. Say Dinwiddie, if you look at Dinwiddie's numbers, if Dinwiddie could consistently get them 20 actual points, Dallas would be a force to be reckoned with. But Doncic he's not getting these guys involved, because when I watch Doncic play, he give these guys like one shot each. He give Dinwiddie a shot, he don't make it, then he'll give Hardaway a shot. If those guys don't make it, then he just starts shooting the ball, which I think that's the wrong approach, because it looks good on DFS, but that's not the type of basketball that will win a championship. But for us, we love it because we play DFS. Burks, don't like Burks. In Portland, Smith is game time decision. Wall, don't like him. Highland, don't like him. DeSome had a 30-plus point performance. Don't expect that in this matchup. Schroeder also went off against his former team Atlanta in his last matchup. Don't expect that in this matchup. Oladipo, I would say give you 25. Noel, also 25. Beverly, probably about 18. Jerome, I actually like, guys. I think Jerome can get you about 25 in this matchup. I do like White. I think White is another sneaky play for about 25. I just don't play Reggie Jackson. Some of you guys play him. Some of you guys don't. Milton was someone that you should have played in the last performance because James Harden didn't play and no Maxey. So now he won't get more than maybe 10, 12 minutes. Caruso's a game time decision. Nembhard, he's getting solid minutes, but he's not really producing. So he's someone you would play in GPP that you would hope would just go off and get 30. Alvarado, I don't like him either. Flynn, don't like him. Maladon, don't like him. McConnell, I do like. I do like McConnell. If you look at McConnell, he gets 17, 20, 16. He has one of them good games every like 5 or 6 games. But against Toronto, he's more of a gut play. Numbers don't say anything, but my gut says that I like him. Kemba Walker has had knee issues for his whole career. So even if he gets on the floor, expect maybe 10, 12 minutes. Knicks don't like him. Holiday don't like him. Rivers has really fallen down in the pricing, and because his production is falling off. If you remember, he had 37, 20, 27, 34, then 2.4, then 24, and now he's getting 18 minutes, but his production is falling off. T. Washington, not a fan of him. Dragic, don't like him. And Joseph is someone you can take a chance on. Patty Mills is going up against his old team. He hasn't gotten in the game. I don't know if Brooklyn will put him in to see if he can do something against his old team, but I don't really think he will. Carey is going to start getting more minutes because he is a big part of this offense. He put up 15 fantasy points. They had 3-7. He's the 3-7 player that I believe can get you 25. So if you're going to take a chance on a player under 4,000, Carey should be your man. All right, guys, so that's it. So if you want to win your fantasy, start these players. Made it this far, hit that like button, hit that share button, and subscribe to my channel. You want to win your fantasy? You better start point guard Mitchell. You want to know why? Well, he's on 50-point watch with his running mate not playing, and it was a low-scoring affair in their last outing. So this one should be a high-scoring affair. So if you want to win your fantasy, start Mitchell. You want to win your fantasy? You better start shooting guard Green. You want to know why? Well, he's on 35-point watch, and don't be shocked if he gives you 42 points, because this young man can flat out score the ball, and he's more effective when he's at home. So if you want to win your fantasy, you better start shooting guard Green. You want to win your fantasy? You better start small forward Powell. You want to know why? Well, he's on 30-point watch, and you need value to win fantasy, and he's on a 20-point actual point performance. You want to win your fantasy? Start Powell. You want to win your fantasy? You better start power forward James. Yes, although he put up 70 in his last performance, I believe he can do it again against Charlotte. So if you want to win your fantasy, start power forward James. You want to win your fantasy? You better start center Plumlee. You want to know why? Well, he's on 35-point watch, and he should get you 12 or more rebounds. So if you want to win your fantasy, start Plumlee. And my word for today is goals. I know the popular thing when the new year rolls around is everyone has these New Year's resolutions. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you have to wait until January 1st to start a new goal or a new resolution, you probably are a fraud, and you probably will have the same year you had the year before. Because when you want to change, you change that moment. So if it's November the 1st and you say, I need to lose weight, you'll start losing weight November the 1st. You're not going to wait until January the 1st. And that's why I always laugh when I go to Planet Fitness in the first 3 days. You see all of these cars. And then on day 4, it's back to the usual suspects. And also, when you have a goal, you have to write it down, and it has to be followed by a plan. Because, ladies and gentlemen, a goal without a plan is nothing more than a wish. Love you guys.